What's up, everyone? John Renton from Techno Buffalo here with an unboxing for you of the HTC First, the very first phone shipping with Facebook's brand new skin, Facebook Home. That's going to be coming to other devices, but this is the only one right now that is going to come with that experience right out of the box. So it's going to be available for $99, but by the time you pick this up, what we have here might not be what you have, as Facebook is promising monthly updates. So let's go ahead, take a look at this guy, and see how it stacks up. Alright, so here is the teeny tiny box for the HTC First. The only video where in the comments it'll be acceptable to yell First! Alright, so we've got the AT&T Globy guy, HTC First, sort of Facebook looking font. Speaking of Facebook, there's Facebook's F, letting you know this is Facebook Home. So this is the first device that is shipping with Facebook Home right out of the box. It'll be available to download on a myriad of other devices, but this one is fully ensconced inside of the phone. It'll have some features that others won't, including some notification features. So I'll go ahead and slide off this little sleeve, and here is the HTC box. As a reminder, this is shipping now for $99 from AT&T. So here is the phone, and it's 4.3-inch 720p screen. That is 1280 by 720. Feels pretty nice so far in the hand. We'll go ahead and peel off the plastic. Actually, before I do that and I get all excited, I'm going to push it off to the side. I still get super excited whenever I unbox new phones. So underneath, we've got some serial numbers, HTC stickers. We saw this with the HTC One. It's kind of nice you're doing that now. So if you want to show your HTC love, you can do that. SIM removal tool, quick start guide for, you guessed it. And we've got nothing really else in the box. Charging cord and wall wart. Pretty generic HTC stuff. Alright, so let's look at the reason we are all here. This is the HTC First. Texting and driving, it can wait. That is a true statement. I was actually driving the other day and there was a guy on the freeway texting. Made me very nervous. So don't be that guy. Okay, so here is the phone. And on first blush, it feels very similar to the One X and the One X Plus. It's got sort of a soft touch rubber feel to it, but it does feel really nice. HTC's devices, I think, have some of the best build quality in the industry. So I will power this guy on and we'll see what happens. And I'll run through the specs for you here in just a moment. Hopefully we got some juice. We'll see. If it does have juice, it's coming from a 2,000 milliamp hour battery. See that nice transition, talking about specs? We got the little Facebook Home logo that shows up right there. So Android 4.1 at launch, and Facebook Home is on top of it. You can, however, turn off Facebook Home and really be left with stock Android, and again, that is 4.1. You can also turn off Facebook Home and leave chat heads on if you want. It's, from what I hear, it's a very interesting way to manage your Facebook messages and SMS. So it's being powered by a 1.4 gigahertz Qualcomm dual-core chip. That is the 8930AA if you are keeping track at home. Giga RAM, 16 gigs of storage, but what you're not going to find here is any place to put expandable storage, because that ain't an option. Look at that. Facebook login, that's something interesting you don't see when you first turn on your phone. So it's got a 5 megapixel camera living right there on the back. It is flush though to the back, so you might want to keep a cloth or your shirt before you use it, because it's probably going to collect some dirt and dust. Durst, I just made that up. It's my combination word. It's got a front-facing camera as well, a 1.6 megapixel shooter, 802.11 AB GNN stuff you'd expect, Bluetooth 4.0. It does have NFC and a micro SIM card slot, which lives right there. So let's do our tour of the device. On the top, there is a 3.5 millimeter headset jack, noise-canceling mic, power and a lock button in the upper right-hand corner of the phone. On the left-hand side, there is your charge and sync cable. That's the now standard micro USB. SIM card slot, you got to stick a pin into to pull out the little shelf. On the bottom, we've got speaker grill. And on the left-hand side, a very well-pronounced volume rocker. We've got the typical Android controls here on the bottom. We've got back, home, and multitasking, or menu depending on how it's set up. Interesting that we've got sort of a circle button there though for home. I guess that sort of matches that circle button right there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and log in, and we'll do a real quick look at Facebook Home. Of course, we'll do a full review of the device and also a full review of Facebook Home, showing you guys what the heck it does. I'll be right back. Alright, so here is Facebook Home. Interestingly enough, when I turned on the phone, the only login it asked me for was Facebook. It didn't bring up connect to Wi-Fi or any sort of Google stuff. It was just Facebook. And this is what I am greeted with. And coincidentally, we've got Ava Choi, who hangs out at our office with Lucy as our picture. So on first blush, you can do a pretty decent amount with Facebook Home. It's your lock screen and your home screen, which is kind of weird. So if you want to like a picture, you can just double tap it and you get a big old thumbs up. If you want to do that down there as well, there are shortcuts for it. Or to see the comments, you can hit that little icon right down there. So if you hit the home button, you get all of your apps sort of right from your lock screen. It's pretty standard apps. One interesting one to notice, though, is this one right here called Home Settings. You can actually turn off Facebook Home if you want to go back to stock Android. You could turn off Facebook Home, but you can leave on chat heads if you want, which will pull up little chat notifications as you go with a picture of the person that's talking to you. It's actually pretty interesting to see, and you can see pictures are scrolling here from everybody on your newsfeed as your friends. Notifications. You just saw those guys show up right there. You can drag one and throw it off the screen, or you can stack them together and throw them off together. So you've got a text message from AT&T and let me know Wi-Fi networks are available. And there is your icon showing you what you look like on Facebook Home. So a few other things here are kind of interesting. As you go ahead and scroll through, you can see again all the pictures. No multi-touch is on here if you want to zoom into pictures, but if you want to see the whole picture, you can long press and see it. So the big deal with Facebook Home, in addition to sort of making Facebook your home and lock screen, is, as I just mentioned, chat heads. So chat heads is a kind of cool way to manage all of your Facebook messages and AIMs. So when a chat head comes in, and there's perfect timing, one from Roy, it'll show up, and you can keep that over any application. You can drag it anywhere you want, no matter what application you're in. So let's go ahead and open up an app. We'll keep that chat head there. Let's say I want to go to Chrome. And I can start browsing. You can see the message from Roy. I'll accept that and continue, and that chat head stays there. And if I want to jump to that, I can always just tap it, and it'll go right to that chat. If you want to go out of it, again, you can just hit home, and that chat head will stay there for as long as you want. You can move it anywhere you want it to be. When you want to get rid of it, you just drag it right to the X, and you can throw that chat head right off. It's a pretty neat way to manage your conversations. I like that you can move it anywhere on the screen. So I'm going to try Facebook Home and see how it works and how it performs. One interesting sort of glaring omission from it, though, for a phone that's meant to be very Facebook centric, the only way to access the camera is to either go to your apps and go to camera. There isn't sort of a camera shortcut, which is a little bit on the odd side to me. If you hold down your icon, one other thing you can do, jump right to Messenger, go right to Chrome, or you can jump right to your apps. And that is really it for Facebook Home. So this is a $99 phone. It's not meant to be their flagship, quad-core phone. The HTC One is definitely that guy. But for a $99 price point, you're getting a very nice phone. Now consider this, if you're thinking about something like a Nexus 4, for example. You can get stock Android on here. It's 4.1. You can take off Facebook Home if you choose to, but you do still get access to LTE, which is something that you don't get on the Nexus 4. So consider what's important to you. Anyway, guys, anything you want to see about the Facebook First, leave your comments down below. I am John Wrench from Techno Buffalo. Give this video a thumbs up. We'll most definitely appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.